A couple things when it comes to ranking on Google, right? Our goal today is to get a basic understanding of what is Google looking for in order for you to rank on page one, right? What are those critical components, or basically what are the keys to success for ranking in Google, right? So the first key to success in ranking on Google is to claim your business listing. Okay, claim your business listing. Now, what do I mean by your business listing? I will show that to you here in a second. And you guys can see the mind map, right? Because we're going to mind map our way through this. I love the whiteboard. I'm the biggest fan of the whiteboard format. So what markets do we have on today's session? Who is the brave soul that's willing to volunteer their market? Let's do Sacramento. We got Sacramento in the house. So we buy houses, Sacramento. So what do I mean by a business listing? We're going to find that here in a second, right? So when I go on Google, I just did a Google search for We Buy Houses, Sacramento. You notice there's no map search results here, or there's no business listing that pops up, right? Again, it's a niche, it's a backdoor strategy. This is a lead source, that investors are not tapping into, which we encourage you guys to totally note because that's how we get some really good online leads. But if we typed in, I like to use a really competitive industry, plumber Sacramento, okay? This is the business listing that I'm talking about, right? There's a couple ways to get to the front page of Google. You can do a pay-per-click campaign. The danger with the pay-per-click campaign is if you don't have very deep pockets or extensive experience on how to set these up, somebody else who has a bigger marketing budget will outbid you or will jack up the prices, right? We used to be able to bid on these things 50 cents, a dollar, a few dollars on a pay-per-click campaign. Now they're costing, anywhere from 10 to 20 cents, sometimes even more depending on the time of the year, right? So somebody else with bigger pockets is going to outmarket and outbid you in the pay-per-click scene. So if that's not, if you're not coming into the table with a huge buy-in or a huge pot, might want to, put this strategy on the shelf for pay-per-click, right? At least the traditional Google pay-per-click. The second way to get on Google are your organic search results. And these are the people that spend hundreds, thousands of dollars trying to rank on page one organically. So you can pop up there, right? The third way is videos, as you guys can see on here, right? There's videos that rank on Google now, and they have been for quite some time, but videos. And we are going to cover videos and how to get them to page one and set it up and optimize it. This is what I mean by the business listing right here. This is a Google business listing, Google Plus page. Most of you guys still recognize and know them as business listing. So the first thing you want to do, or the first key to success is to claim your business listing. Okay. Now, when claiming your business listing, you're going to want to take a look at a few factors and a few really important things. Why are we looking at plumbers? We're looking at plumbers because 99% of investors aren't doing this. So we don't have any We Buy Houses companies in Sacramento to use as a good example. Right? No Google listing on here. Ridiculous. So Michael, you in Sacramento, this is open territory. We're going to post a replay here pretty soon, so implement it right away. Right? Now, when claiming your business listing, there's a couple of best practices, and let's call them checklists, right? You want to make sure you are removing duplicates. Right? You want to remove duplicates. For example, if your company name is ABC Investments, or, let's keep it simple, ABC Investments, LLC, okay? You might have registered with the Better Business Bureau as ABC Investments and Distressed Property Specialists, okay? And then maybe you signed up with another company because you got a little postcard, or a telemarketer from India or China had called you and said, we're going to set up your Google listing for $99 and promise you land on page one. Okay, what's your company name? And at the time, you gave them the company name ABC Investments, LLC, and We Buy Houses Fast Cash. Okay, so look back, right, and double check if you've ever done any online marketing, right? Or the easy way to do this is type in your company name, and double check to see if there's any other Google Plus listings that are popping up under the same company name. Okay, so in this case, again, we don't have anything to use here since nobody is untapped niche. Let's use Plumbing Sacramento. Okay, now let's say Roto-Rooter. This is a big plumbing company. Okay, Roto-Rooter. Yeah, they're not even popping up on maps because it's such a common name. Okay, so when looking up or claiming your listing, number one, take a look, Google your company name first and double check to see if a Google listing was already created or done for you, right? Now, when Google Places or Google Maps rolled this out, if you were already registered online somewhere, they went ahead and set up a Google Places listing for you. So a listing may already exist. Right, that created a huge frenzy for anybody, who knows how to do these things online, because basically they were hijacking all these listings that people didn't know existed or that they had out there, right? Then somebody like me sees the listings, they claim it, says it's mine because it's open in free territory. Now you have to pay me $100 to $1,000 a month in order to use that listing since I now own it, okay? So remove duplicates so that it doesn't confuse Google or the search engine with regards to, is this your listing? Is that your listing? If you have multiple ones on there, it's going to hurt your ranking, okay? Once you remove your duplicate listing, prepare to set up a master listing. This is going to be the one main listing and the same information that you're going to use on all your online marketing efforts. It's got to be consistent. It's a master template. If you guys were following along in our Bird Dog Network series, I talk about your LinkedIn profile being the same information you're going to plug in Facebook, in Tumblr, in Twitter, in all your social media profiles. The reason why I'm using the same template is because it makes it easier for the search engine to collect that information and compile it all and understand, okay, anything under the keyword We Buy Houses or Gil Palencia's name, this is all the relevant information since it's consistent information all throughout. If you have blurred information or multiple listings, that's going to hurt your search engine ranking. Okay, so duplicates will hurt you, right? Now, the second key to success here, and I don't really know if this applies so much to real estate right now, but you definitely want to do some competitive analysis, right? You want to see if your competitors are doing this and if there are already existing listings, right? Now, last week we did a search for We Buy Houses Long Island, New York, right? We Buy Houses Long Island, New York. Is there anything on here? No, there's no Google Maps listing. What market was that? Okay, it wasn't. Let's do We Buy Houses Miami. No, We Buy Houses Miami. So this is what I mean by researching your competition, right? So if I was in Miami and I typed We Buy Houses Miami, I had zero competition on Google Maps. If you set up your listing correctly, you can be the only game in town since there is nobody else, as you can see. We Buy Houses Miami. We had somebody at Port Richey. I know there was a listing we saw somewhere. Geez, there's nothing on there as well. Still no business listing. Any other markets you got out there? Seattle. Yeah, because we can easily do your competition ranking right here if you guys can see Portland, Oregon. Still nobody. Let's do San Diego. All right, here we go, finally. So in all those other markets, I would say that is low to no competition on Google Places, right? Now let's pretend that I'm in the San Diego market. This is my competition right here, this one guy, right? And again, if you don't see 7 to 10 Google Places listings that are on there, that is a low competition and easy entry into page one without dropping the big bucks. And you will hear of investors spending thousands of dollars on search engine optimization And really, if you had a thorough understanding of the basics, there's a way to backdoor and ninja your way here on page one, all within and perfectly acceptable with Google's terms of service, okay? You're playing well within their rules. In fact, what you're doing is you're making it easier for Google to make sure you are the We Buy Houses or Sell My House Fast guy in your local area by optimizing your content, okay? So I want to make sure that is clear. So competitive analysis, right? You want to take a look, see who else is out there in the marketplace, and if you're experiencing a high or low competition, let me know what kind of competition you're facing. If it's even medium, it's not a big deal, right? If you're looking on there and there's barely any results, that is open and fair territory. You can even get creative and start breaking it down by county and not just big cities or zip codes.